Hi y'all, and welcome to, I guess I can call it Trash Panda Thursday because it's not Thursday. It seems like every time I would sit down and try to edit this video, something else would come up. Like this morning, I got called to come in and do a photo shoot for Field and Stream. I think from now on, it's just going to be called the Trash Panda Update, and I do it when I do it. So let's get started with this week's channel chat. So it has been a busy, hectic 2 weeks. Last weekend I was in Kingsport at the meetup. This week there's been all kinds of things going on and trying to get the house clean, stuff I didn't do before I left for Kingsport, and getting the yard straightened up and babysitting, all kinds of things. It's just been one thing after another. I actually finished Trash Panda Thursday. Was it Thursday night? And my problem is if I don't post something, as soon as I get finished editing it, I second guess it to death, and then I want to redo everything. And that's where I've been with this all weekend. Now, one big issue I ran into trying to get this video done was an incident with liquid latex. I was using liquid latex on my face for part of this video, which you'll see in a little bit. And I've learned the lesson that the liquid latex you use for costumes at Halloween is not the same as the liquid latex you use for art projects. And I'll just say, I got sick. So as you already know, I was at Big Joe and Meleah's World's meetup at Warriors Path State Park in Kingsport, Tennessee last weekend. I think that was last weekend. Seems like longer than that, but I think it was last weekend. Had a blast. The first night was cold, or so some people who sleep in tents told me. I didn't get cold. I have converted the back of my car into a little camper, and it was perfect. And I was pretty warm. It was down like at 40 degrees that night. And I think I found a new trick sleeping in my car. So at Big Joe and Meleah's World's meetup, I did the hot sauce roulette challenge. I think that's what it was called, where you spin the wheel and there's different hot sauces around a roulette wheel. You eat which one you land on. I'm so proud of myself and kind of surprised still that I even did that, and even more so that I actually pulled through. I ate a 10 and I ate the 12 twice and made it. Like, couldn't believe it. I've talked about it nonstop since I got home that I was able to do that, because I'm really proud of myself. I never thought I would be able to do that. Now, I did pay for it, and thank God I didn't pay for it until I got back home, if you know what I'm saying, but it is worth it. I'd do it again. Probably not going to be doing no Toe of Satan or anything like that anytime soon, but I'd try something like this again for sure. So as y'all know, if you keep up with the channel, I got lost on my way to Kingsport. It was interesting. I always think I find a shortcut on my way down there, and I take a wrong turn, and that never leads you anywhere good, does it? So while I was lost on my way to Kingsport, at one point I had to pull over and wander off into the woods, find somewhere to pee. I thought something was hunting me. I kept hearing something following me. I managed to get away from it for a short period of time, and I made this video just in case nobody ever found me and they found my phone. I'm still lost somewhere in the hills of Virginia, trying to get to Kingsport. I don't know exactly where I'm at. I'm out here alone, and I'm not really sure I'm alone. And all this is my own fault. I insisted on a road trip. I insisted on a shortcut. I insisted on not stopping to pee. Now here I am alone in the woods, scared and hungry. In this week's soapbox, I want to talk about something that I've been a little confused about because of recent behavior that I've witnessed. That's the golden rule. One of the most interesting things about the golden rule is there is not a religion or a spiritual belief on this planet that does not have some form of the golden rule. Now, with that said, it seems like a lot of people don't follow the golden rule. or don't even think about it. Some people brag about not following it. So if living by the golden rule means you're living your life as an example to others of how they should treat you, does that mean if somebody steals something from me that they expect me to steal something from them? Someone is mean to me. Does that mean they want me to be mean to them back? If one of my friends treats people terrible all the time, does that mean that friend wants everybody to treat them terrible? But it seems like for a lot of people these days, the golden rule is more that orangey gold that you get on necklaces from the Avon catalog. It's not real. They might wear it and flaunt it, but they don't really practice it. It's really weird because the way a lot of people live today, it makes you think, if we're going by the golden rule, they want you to treat them bad. And I just don't understand that. I wonder about these things because I always think about doing right by other people, but if other people don't do right by other people, they don't want me doing right by them, apparently. I don't know, the whole thing's kind of confusing. I've thought about it a lot lately because of some things that have happened, and I'm just going to treat people best I can as they deserve it. About all you can do. Now, y'all know I joke a lot about the town where I live in, that it's full of hippies, or we make our shoes out of pine cones and all that weird stuff. But I actually met a couple at the meetup who have been to Berea and spent some time here. So I thought it might be fun to interview them just a little bit and see what they thought about their time here in beautiful Berea. This is Ann and Jerry out on parole. They're originally from Florida, but they live near Kingsport in Churchill. Is that what it's called?
Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel. Okay. I don't know these towns down here. Yeah, same holler, basically. And they have actually been to Berea. They have friends in Berea. So how long ago was it you all were in Berea?
About last year?
I don't know. It seems like it was last year.
So it's not been real long ago.
No.
And you just went there to see them?
Yeah.
Now, before you went, what were your did you do any research to learn about Berea, or had they told you anything? Or?
I did do some research, and I found out that it was a big, like, crafting type community. And, like, woodworking, artsy kind of stuff.
Now, when you got there, how was what you expected compared to the reality on the ground?
Well, I didn't really have any expectations, so it was pleasant.
Now, the big question is,
Quaint, yes, quaint.
did you eat at Papalino's?
No,
Oh! Okay, next time you're back.
probably. I'll have to ask Mike.
It's the pizza place on College Square where Boone Tavern
I
is.
did go to Dinner Bell.
That's where Meleah wants to go. She said, when I come to Berea, I want to eat at Dinner Bell.
Yeah, the Dinner Bell.
It was good.
And we went up to Lexington. We went to Keeneland.
Did you have a blast at Keeneland?
It was closed.
Ah.
We had a drive-by.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Drive through the grounds, and we went to Woodford Reserve.
Oh, the good
That
stuff.
was cool. Yeah, I was the only one that choked on the liquor. I was like, okay. Tell I wasn't a drinker.
So you're not a bourbon person?
I'm a two-cider girl.
So do you plan on coming back to Berea at some point? It's a place you would come back to. Is there anything you didn't do that stuck out? You're like, I wish we had gone there. I wish we had, not necessarily in Berea, but around.
Actually, I would like to see a little bit more of the crafting community.
Because there's lots. You can't knock it out in a day, can you? Now, just estimating, you don't have to give an exact number. How many women did you see there in Berea that did not shave their legs?
I didn't look at their legs.
Well, most of them wear those quilted skirts that drag the ground. So
Most of the people at the Dinner Bell were over 65, so.
that's true. They don't have to worry about shaving anymore.
I'm sure they didn't.
Probably didn't begin with. So you liked it and you would come back? Because one thing, Some people who live in Brea are like, why on earth would people come here? They don't. And just my mom's kind of like that. She's like, I just don't get why people would come here and visit. One thing Brea is known for is a dish called spoon bread. Did you hear anything about spoon bread while you were there? Or have you ever heard of it?
Because the people that we were visiting weren't from there.
Oh,
Transplanted.
they're still learning the culture. Now, when I say spoon bread, what would you think spoon bread is?
Sounds like a cornbread type thing with a spoon.
Pretty close. It's a cornbread souffle that's made with eggs. And we have a spoon bread festival. And it's actually what poor mountain people ate back in the day because they didn't have anything else to eat, and they came up with spoon bread. And Richard Haugen, who was innkeeper at Boone Tavern, was friends with Duncan Hines, started serving spoon bread at Boone Tavern. Duncan Hines came and tried it, and it put Boone Tavern on the map. That's it. So we'll have to get you a good spoon bread recipe. All right. Say hi to the hippies back home. Hi, hippies. So in this week's Nerd Alert, I want to talk about something that it seems like everybody's talking about right now, and that's the plague of cicadas that's coming, apparently, or has already started, or I don't know. On the news, they say that people are already finding them. I've not seen one, not heard one. I don't know if they're out or not. Now, I've seen lots of conflicting stuff about the cicadas online, where they're going to be, and when they're coming. It seems like the farther away from the Ohio River you get, they're not supposed to be as bad or something. But I've seen on the news that apparently people have them in their backyards in Lexington, so I'm not real sure what the case is there. I know the last couple of times that the cicadas have emerged, they were pretty bad around here. Not horrible, but you could hear them and see them. You knew they were out, there's no question. So let me know in the comments if you've seen or heard any cicadas or what the situation is where you live, because I need to know for an upcoming project. Now, I'm going to tell you what this project is because there's a chance it may not happen. As you all know, my friend Josh, that I talk about on here sometimes, the one that has the big lizard, will kill and eat pretty much anything. And when news first broke that this was going to be the year of the cicadas, Josh was saying you can eat cicadas. And the cicadas are like a food source, I guess, in some parts of the world. He says they taste like shrimp, which I'm down for all day, every day. And you just fry them up. You have to get them before they get in their shell and all that stuff. You have to get them while they're tender, I guess. But so we decided for a vlog, we were going to get us a bunch of cicadas and cook them and eat them. I'm going to eat you. And I'm pumped about it. I'm pretty excited. I'll try just about anything. I think you all know at this point. So I've been really eager to see what these cicadas taste like. I don't know where to go find any at right now. I don't know. If anybody lives around here close and you have some in your yard that are coming out, let me know. But they have to be the light colored white ones. They're like white, yellow colored before they get all tough, because I'm going to assume that we're going to like our cicadas to be tender. Now, I should have my video from the meetup posted sometime next week, or what little I actually vlogged. I didn't vlog a whole lot. I say this every time I go on a trip, but it's almost pointless to take my camera with me because I don't ever think to really get it out or do anything with it. And I don't know, it's weird, but I'm not complaining. I had a good time. So that's it for this week's show. I guess I call it Trash Panda Thursday. So I hope everybody's doing good and it is not too terribly hot where you live, because it's definitely warmed up in a big part of the country in the past 3 or 4 days, and the humidity's creeping back in too. You can tell summer is here. Hope everybody's staying safe. You're going to have a good week ahead, and I will talk to you next time.